Hello everybody, it's Greg here from Ragosa. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to earn your like and subscription today. So today we're back in the paper account. This is round 2 of the dynamic delta hedging. This is the first, let's call it the first real video in the R&D series. You know, there was the introduction overview video, what was essentially the prequel video, the one from yesterday, where we just threw in some dynamic delta hedging for funsies to get a feel for it again. And today, taking some of the lessons picked up yesterday, and we're going to refine things and try to build a proper strategy. So I hope you enjoy the video. Right now, we are 1 minute 40 seconds after cash open. Things don't look all so great, at least out in tech land. Tech's down 2%, financials up almost a half, communications about 1.2, healthcare, big move in healthcare, up 2%. Industrials down a little over a quarter, and consumer discretionary is up just about a half. I remember the name of that ETF this time. We've got VIX printing 19, VVIX at 101. If there was a day to start thinking about selling some front month volatility, if you guys wanted to do that, this could be a half decent opportunity right now, I would say. But I want to keep my powder dry for when the E micro or the S&P E micro futures options come online for the cash settlement. Because they're the only ones on offer for weekly, unless the monthly or quarterly degrade into the weekly cycle. So, you know, at the moment, well, I actually did not check this morning, and for the rest of this week, I am focusing on developing this trading strategy, so I don't care anymore. But yeah, it's just not available to trade, so that's not what we're doing. Coffee in the morning. That's what I live on. Okay. So up here was our, our rough beta weighted deltas. So we kind of had an idea on what was going on when we were taking 10 share, positions, how much this was pulling back our deltas. That's what this thing was for. And then I found at some point, you know what? I am not a human supercomputer, or well, we all are. I mean, the human brain is a supercomputer, but it's not like I'm, it's not like I'm running all these cross-asset correlations and stuff like that accurately and then applying it. So this column here was when we were taking 10 share lots, how much delta that was shaving off of our short contract, and if you hit the 100 share lots, how much delta that was shaving off that contract. When you look at all of this, if we take a whole position every time, this is the top 9. We're just assuming both Google tickers are just going to be traded through Googl, Googl, and that'll be good enough for those two tickers. So that's how we can incorporate Tesla into the mix. And why did I choose 8? Because I had spots for 8 charts, and trying to look at more than 8 things for myself is tricky. So that's why we're eight human limitations and physical limitations on our desk. But anyhow, actually, that's something. So look, let's go with that. So if we fully deploy our 10 lots, our 10 shares across the 8 tickers we're looking at, we've shaved off roughly 10 deltas. So that means that we've got three rounds in the chamber to fire off on our basket of equities that we're delta hedging. Yesterday we didn't do that, and I think that might have been psychologically some of the reasons why I picked up some of the MES delta for a big sledgehammer fix, and ended up really over hedging ourselves. So for those of you that did not see the strategy introduction, what we're going to do is we're going to look to sell 25, 30 delta, 0 DTE ES call. We're trying to capture at least 10 points of premium, or sell 10 points of premium right out of the gate, sell to open. And we want to try to capture end of day 5 or more points. If we can clear in the book, raw revenue at 5 points right now, I'm going to call that a win. If we can clear net 5 points of revenue out of this, I'm going to call that, knocking it out of the park. Maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm going to call that a good day. So we're going to dynamically delta hedge and trying to opportunistically catch a trend in these eight tickers here. We're going to try to manage our underlie these tickers Vega and Gamma exposure. So we're going to pick up some long options to offset that, and then we're going to cap our risk in the ES structure. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Right now here, right now it being the first 8 minutes of opening, institutionals are settling out their trades, and we're about to get into price discovery and stuff like that. So if we want to sell to open, we're getting about that time where it's important. This would be a good time to just pull up what the risk structure is going to look like. Alright, so volatility is somehow compressed on the day at the moment. Yesterday we sold about a 35 delta for a little bit more than 10 points, and it looks like okay, it's picking back. It's different than what it was yesterday. It's different. What were the things? Did I want a 14 day? I made some notes. I wanted, we're gonna try a 14 day. Let's see what the 14. What day is that? It's 12. There's the 14 day. Okay, so this is gonna be our gamma. I don't know if the gamma is gonna be the right one for it. If this is the right gamma hedge for it. So the defined risk we're taking onto this thing is 205 points. 205 points, yeah. Let's just show you what 205 points. So we're taking on defined risk exposure in this calendar spread as goes, without rolling out or up or out or anything, collecting more credit. And since we're doing it in the 0 DTE, we're probably not going to collect much credit at all rolling out to the 1 day or 2 day. So it is what it is. And honestly, this contract on the 14-day cycle is just to really kind of offset roll costs or if gamma spikes up against us. So that's not really what we're using to define our risk, but as far as the span margining system is going to be concerned, it is what's defining our risk. So our risk is defined at 205 points. This being ES at $50 a point, that's $10 or $10,250 of notional exposure on this spread. Or is notional exposure the right way of framing it? I don't know. Guaranteed exposure, whatever. Defined risk exposure. You guys know what I'm talking about. 9.5. Oh hell. So we'll go with that. Cool. Now look at how the margin impact changes. We pick up this extra one, right? All right. So first off, margin impact, 15,600 Canadian before picking up this second option. We pick up the second option, it drops to 10,000. Why is it dropping down to 10,000? It's because the back end system here for your portfolio risk-based margining, or the proper way of defining span. Span is an acronym that I can't remember. But it's essentially looking at your net delta exposure and the spread, and using that to determine what your risk on the table really is. So there we go. I'm gonna leg into these because even though we're in ES, and we can probably get that filled right quick, I'm not selling a structure, so that's all good to go. ES is gonna move faster than the underlies, so let's pick up the underlies right now. These we're looking at the 30-day cycle. What day is it? You know what, if I could keep a calendar in my head, that would be awesome. Come on, show me what day that is. Whatever. Okay, so we're picking up the $10. Sorry, I want 10 delta. We're just gonna fire this thing off. We're not gonna leg into it. Where are you? Delta, delta, delta. Okay. I mean, that's a wide market. Alright, we got that off. What day is that? August 28th. August is a fine month. It's probably my favorite month in the summer. Things are hot, but not too hot. It's not like overwhelming. What is, two different types in NVIDIA. Maybe one's cash settled and one's straight up. Oh no, I don't want to overhedge that much. There we go. now we're kind of gunning against the clock because oh wait, I don't want that linked. Yeah, no group. Or if I want it linked, I want it linked to the red. That would have made my life easier than typing it in and faster. Whatevs. Okay, we are not taking 12 deltas. 9 deltas is good enough. The other reason, not only did I want to do the equity long strangles first because the equities move slower, they're also a smaller notional. So on an absolute dollar terms, it's not going to hit us as hard. Like if I were to have already bought the tail and gamma hedge for ES, we'd be bleeding a lot on that right now, whereas that's not the case. Why did there is some kind of, I have some old alert set up in this account that I can't seem to figure out how to get rid of, and it just pings at me every so often. Or my computer's like, oh, I'm dying. Which might be right now. Come on, I want... No. There we go. Now, we're not going to get the best markets here in the weeklies, so this is going to be something that's going to be like a great thing to optimize. We're going to get better markets in the monthlies, but you know, if we were to run the strategy as an actual, you know, alpha generating exercise, that kind of optimization is an easy one to make. That would be made. Right now, we're just trying to get a feel for how things are working. You know, that's it. That is it. Know when and where to min-max. Because you can drive yourself crazy by like just trying to optimize everything out of the gate, and you miss your forest from the trees. Or at least I think you do. And then we're not going to worry about getting good fills on this, since it's a paper account. That's going to be hard in the first place, or they'll just give it to you. So we're just going to slam the ask when I update them all on my order entry page. And hopefully, having them all set up like that, I'll be able to get them faster than the 5 minutes it's taken for me to enter in these things right now. This 5 minutes, we could be losing a point, half a point on the zero day. Wouldn't that be a kicker? Oh no, I don't want to sell it. I want to buy it. Yeah. I think I need more RAM. I think everybody needs more RAM. Wait, why was that Delta 9? Oh, that's because I didn't want to pay. Okay. That's good enough. Okay, is that all of them? That's all of them. Wait, I knew I didn't want to strangle. I wanted to asymmetric. You know what? I already did this. Do I want to do it again? Not really. No. We'll leave the gamma thing, and we won't try to. Yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave this as is. Taking the long strangle and the monthly is really just balancing out the Vega exposure. I'm not getting any help on any kind of gamma relief for upside moves that are going to come on. Any kind of gamma moves that are going to I should link this to that one. Any kind of gamma moves that are going to really impact the core position. But we'll see how this works, because this is just easy and I already did it. And we're in the paper account. Slam the ask. Slam the ask. Come on. There we go. Update. I think I should have restarted my computer after after the Stratop fight last night. For reference, I play Eve. Alright, is everything in? Okay, well that's working. We're going to throw on this puppy. Alright, that is in there. Let's get into the ES, plant our flag, and get to work. Good enough for us. Wow, that just tick moved right against us immediately. Alright, let's organize this thing here. I have this waiting set up. That seems like it could be okay. Alright, let's try to find the one. Aye. Aye. Come on. Where are you? No bueno. Wow, that Broadcom one, we got killed on that entry. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Google, Apple, and Amazon. There we go. Keeping things nicely organized is nice. Here, maybe we know this is full on. Hedged. There's our gamma offset for that. Look at how fast that ripped back. We were making a bunch of points and then it came out. 5. Boom, 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 boom. Let's set our closing order for you. We're gonna buy this at 4.5 points. Let that rest as it get to close. Oh, we better get to work. Maybe we'll just have to do our first roll. Where are we? 4. I like to set the roll up first. Wow. A couple extra days of where can we push this thing out to? It's 11. We don't need to shave off that much. I'm gonna shave off. Go to 3. I like making them unreasonably large so they just sit there and I have to adjust it early on, like manually. Alright, let's get to work. Let's go buy some stuff. Now remember, we've got 3 rounds per underlie to fire off. So we can try to layer into a trend. That's what we're gonna try to do. Let's get a good feel for what's going on. Oil's going up. Gold staying flat. Notes not doing much of anything. No. I mean some volatility, especially in industrials from that, but we're getting pressure. Okay, so we're gonna take the 10 line, or sorry, we're gonna take 10 shares in Google right now. I think we're just probably gonna fire off. Kind of hard to see where things are gonna go, but we have to go find something. I mean, we're not here to be timid. Google is pulling back, but we're gonna draw a line. Apple is going down. Let's go down on you. Oh. Alright, there is a lot of intersector rotation. RSP is taking a big leap forward, like we're up almost a whole %, and while ES is down quarter. I did not get in on the Apple sell. Is Apple still? Google. We are flipping position here. Flipping direction. Okay, Tesla. Apple is still not getting us filled. Nvidia, we're burning Nvidia. Flipping. Okay. Have we... We're still not in on Apple. Does it make sense to get in on Apple? Google. We are on the wrong side of Google. Google's at 10. We're all at 10 on everything. Okay, boom, that's in on that. Meta, we're gonna pick up another 10 on Meta. So we're gonna be net 20 Meta. Apple, we are canceling that sell, and I decided to pick back up. Amazon may have caught the bounce. We're going to reverse position. Tesla is bleeding. We're gonna reverse position on Tesla. Just take it. I need to, if operationally there's this is terrible for execution. Okay. Let's kind of reset ourselves. How are we feeling? How are we looking? Did we make a bad move on Meta? Maybe. Maybe. Broadcom is killing us. Google, let's add another 10 on to Google. Looks like we're catching that wave. Microsoft, same deal. Amazon, same deal. Let's put another 10 in. Looks like we just I got duped. Meta looks like it could be going for a run. Let's, alright. Fully exposed to Meta right now. Full Meta exposure. Okay, let's pull to if Apple's at 10 long. That's okay. 10 long's okay. Meta though may have we may want to start scaling back on Meta exposure. We're definitely pulling back on we're reversing. Tesla. We are just getting chopped up on Broadcom today. Chopped. Reversing. I think we can add another 10 to Tesla. Why are we not getting hit there? That got hit. I guess maybe it's a good thing that that didn't get pulled. Looks like things are pulling back, but okay, Nvidia pushing through. Should we add some more Nvidia? Yeah, let's add another 10. We're fully exposed to Meta right now, and we're gonna take we're gonna take 20 off. Cut our Meta exposure. Broadcom is still. I don't want to play with you today. We're reversing Meta. Google, where are we on Google? We're at 20. We are going to, do I want to reverse it? No, we are going to cut you in half. Microsoft, where are we on Microsoft? We're at 20. Okay, we're gonna hold you, and we might commit some more. Meta, let's add another 10 onto Meta. Lean in if this is gonna take a trend. Might. Tesla, where are we on Tesla? We're overexposed on Tesla. Tesla's at 20, we're reversing that, putting 10 on. Okay, we might have actually caught the right direction on Broadcom. We're gonna sell another 10. Nvidia, we're in on 20. Where do I think it's gonna go? I don't know where it's gonna go. We are cutting. Zeroing Nvidia right now. Adding to Apple if we can, we can. Let's double check our future option. We're Gucci there. Meta may have bounced. Where are we on Meta? We're 20 down. I'm cutting directional exposure in half on you. Tesla, we're holding that. Broadcom, let's add another 10. Okay, Broadcom's fully exposed. Apple, let's add another 10 onto you. We may have caught the trend on these finally. Microsoft. Let's add another 10 onto you. Google is, we're going to reverse on Google. Okay, let's take a 10 on NVIDIA, 10 down. Things are lifting back up. Meta, am I over? No, okay, we'll hold Meta. Broadcom though. Yeah, we're fully, okay, we're net. I'm gonna cut 10 or 20, 10 or 20, 20. Microsoft, where we were fully exposed on Microsoft. Google, we may have caught it on Google. We're gonna add another 10 onto Google. NVIDIA, it's coming back down. We are going to throw another 10 onto NVIDIA. Sell the dip, I guess. Tesla, let's throw another 10 onto Tesla, because that's, well, I mean, it's been making me a fool today. Whatever. Meta. Okay, we're reversing exposure. Microsoft is just ripping. Amazon, how are we looking at Amazon? We're gonna take another 10 fully in on Amazon. Amazon and Microsoft, they might be saving our bacon on. Meta is coming up, let's add another 10 on the Meta. Remember, we can go 30 contracts deep. Google is reversing position on Google. NVIDIA, gonna add another 10 on. Amazon, Amazon's fully exposed. Broadcom's 10 down. We are going to sell another 10 onto Broadcom. Let's try to catch that weakness. It didn't hit. Okay, how are we looking? Meta, let's add another 10 on the Meta. Microsoft's still doing nice. Apple, still doing nice. Tesla could be eating their lunch. Let's reverse that. Google could be topping out. Okay, Google's at 10 long. NVIDIA's at 30 short. That's okay, we'll let you run. Amazon, we're gonna cut 20. Actually, we're going to reverse you. Tesla, we may have got a bounce. Microsoft might be topping. Let's take 10 out on Microsoft, pull some profit. Hit these things. Google's dropping down. Reverse you. Amazon's pulling down. Do we add in? Yeah, let's add in. Tesla is just making us the fool. Okay, we're gonna zero Tesla right now. Nvidia, where are we on Nvidia? Nvidia's full in. Microsoft is coming down more. Let's sell another position. Meta's coming back. Meta's full in, full port Meta. Apple, where are we on Apple? Apple's full port. Apple seems to be going okay. Nvidia seems to be popping back. We are full short. We're gonna buy back 20. Leave a small short. Google is, we're reversing Google. Meta's full in. We'll let you run. Tesla, you're catching a bid. Everything's running. Broadcom, where are we on Broadcom? Oh, we took some heat. I don't think I was fully paying enough attention to you. Okay, let's add in another 10 on Tesla. Apple's pulling back. Let's sell 10 on Apple, book some profit. Okay, I want to zero Google. Let's just zero right now. Meta, how's Meta doing? Meta's full in on 30. I don't want full 30 on Meta right now. I want to take 20 off. Nvidia? We're gonna reverse you. Sell 10 on you. Where are we on Microsoft? Microsoft's on 10. We're gonna add 10 on. Wait, am I? Seems like it's gonna stop. Apple. Apple, let's continue. Let's take 10 off the table on Apple. How is our call doing? Our call's doing quite fine. We are about 15 points of buffer from it, which is nice. Broadcom's pulling back. Let's reverse the position. Tesla might be getting a bit of a bid. Let's full port Tesla. Meta could be stalling out. Let's close out Meta. Microsoft looks like it's pulling back. We got 10 position on Microsoft. Let's reverse that. Amazon's coming down. Is that? Yeah, let's fire full position into Amazon. Microsoft still is not filled. Oh, Google's running with our lunch money. Try to catch that. Reversing the position. Amazon, we are full in on Amazon. Is it still going our way? It is still. Tesla, where are we on Tesla? Tesla's full port. Meta. Meta kind of feels like a sell. Let's plant our flag. Microsoft still is not. Nvidia, let's add another 10 into Nvidia. I missed a bit of that run. You can see my bandwidth on running all of this is pretty maxed. Especially with the thing. Here we go. Tesla's full in. We'll let you run. Apple, how are we on Apple? Apple's starting to pull back. Let's reverse you. Microsoft's starting to come a bit down. Let's add another 10 in. We're reversing Meta. We did not catch that. Tesla. Let's pull 20 off Tesla. another one into NVIDIA, full port NVIDIA. Microsoft, let's full port down. I think we're catching a downtrend on you. Meta, add another 10. Amazon, you're full on. Let's let you run a bit. Apple. Okay, we missed. Let's reverse. We were 10 points off on the call. Microsoft is coming down a bit more. We're full in on micro. Google. Don't know exactly what Google's going to do, but I'm okay with sitting long on it right now. Amazon, full on Amazon. Meta, we can add another 10. Tesla, I want to reverse. Apple, let's add in another 10 on Apple. NVIDIA, let's pull 10 off NVIDIA. Looks like you're starting to stall, buddy. Give me my fills. Where are we on Microsoft? We're full 30. Tesla is returning. Meta, we're a full 30. Okay, we'll let you cook. Amazon, we're a full 30, but you're pulling back. Let's take 10 off you. Let's take 10 off you. Meta, we're in on 30. Amazon, we're in on 20. Broadcom, we're 0. Can we add any more? Let's add 10 onto Apple. Let's see what our summary is like right now. So much on Broadcom, Tesla. Wow, not a good trading day. Wow. NVIDIA. Apple, we may have. Let's cut exposure down. Meta. I don't want to add. NVIDIA's going for a run. We're full in on NVIDIA, which is nice. We still have a little bit of downside exposure on Broadcom. 5 points out on the short. We might need to roll out. Apple, let's flatten Apple. Let's add into Google. NVIDIA's pulling off the top. Meta, where are we on Meta? 10. Amazon, we're 20. Amazon, you know what? You're not moving right now. Let's pull some off the table. Wow, our Apple sell did not go through yet. Alright, Amazon, we can add in one more. It looks like you're moving again. NVIDIA, let's take 10 off of you. Microsoft, we're full in 30. Do I want to be full in 30 right now? I do not want to be where I am right now in Google, that's for sure. We are going to let's add into Apple. NVIDIA's moving up again. Let's add another into let's cut our direction. Exposure, Microsoft, Google. Let's reverse you. Meta. Ooh. We got a big bounce. Oh, come on. And this would be so much easier if code this thing. I should hire a quant analyst. Okay, everything is running. Oh, that's not fun. I canceled the roll. It's gonna break flow. Okay, well, we'll only do it when we need it. We've got so much runtime on that because of the extra theta. Or 3 days for it. I don't know. There's like a lot that we can roll out to. So it's good enough. Tesla, do I like Tesla? Tesla's okay with 10. We're full Amazon. Amazon's okay at 20. Google at 20, that's okay. Microsoft, I want you near at 30. Apple, we'll add 10 to you. Okay, yes, it's pulling back. Nvidia. We're gonna really cut your direction. We don't have much to work with on you. Meta, you're pulling. Microsoft, you're doing okay. Google, I made the wrong move on you. Amazon. Microsoft, we're at full 30. Apple, where are you? Full 30? You're starting to slow. Let's take 10 off. AVGO, death by 1,000,001 cuts. Meta. Okay, looks like you're pulling. That was a bit of a big hit. On that. Okay, we're rolling. Why is... There we go. We're trading 416. Give me... Let's roll back to 35 delta. How's everything looking here? Nvidia is still running. Do I like where I am before I adjust? Wow, that Tesla order did not go through. Let's add in on that. Okay, Nvidia's at full 30, Google is at, let's reduce exposure. Apple, let's reduce exposure. Microsoft, I'm happy in full 30 on you right now. Nvidia, where are we on Nvidia? Full 30. Google, you're at 10. We're gonna reverse you. Alright, Microsoft, we're gonna pull stuff off the table on you. Let's take some aggressive profit. Tesla, let's add another 10 onto you. Nvidia, how are you doing, Nvidia? You're doing nicely for us right now. Nicely, Broadcom. We're on 30. You're finally making some tendies. Alright, Microsoft, we're reversing. Apple, let's go flat. Amazon, reduce exposure. Meta, let's add another 10 on the down. Nvidia looked like it was capping out, so pulled the plug on that. Microsoft, review Goog. Let's reverse. Broadcom. Let's take some aggressive profits on you right now. Tesla, where are we at? We're full port Tesla. Apple's pulling down. Nvidia just can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'm taking some. Okay, so I should tell. We've done so many trades and didn't track them. That's okay. Okay, so let's look back here. 7:30. So 17:30. So we're looking at like let's go 11:05. That's our target. Why did we end up getting that? Did I screw up? Go to the 2-day? I thought I was in the 1-day. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I really did. I fingered it. Trader error. Damn. Well, anyhow, that's our exit. Meta just seems like it's hanging out. Wow, come on, Google. You just blew right past where I wanted to pick you up at. Okay, where do we have some big positions? Apple? Is Apple still working out? Okay, how's Amazon? Phone's okay. Google's still okay for 20. Maybe we want to add 10 on Tesla. 10 up. No wonder we got such good spread. See, this is why you gotta keep your wits about you. Trader error. We'll add 10 on down to Meta. Nvidia seems like it's flattening. It's gonna go anywhere. It's probably gonna go down. Let's just hold that on. Apple. how do I know? I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know where it's gonna go. But it feels the vibe. The vibe. It's like it's gonna go down. where do we think? Where do I think Amazon's gonna go? Not 20. That feels a little too heavy right now. Google. I'll hold 10. Yeah, I'll hold 10. Apple. Shit. Alright, looks like wow, things are really picking up to it. Come on. A little bit of a bid in the market that came up. Alright, Apple. Do I still want it? I don't feel like being 30 long on you. Let's take 10 off. Nvidia just let's reverse go. Meta, we're 10 long. I'm okay with being 10 long. Broadcom, we're 10 long. I am not. Google, we are 30 long. 30 long is okay. Microsoft, we want to be long. Let's go 10 long. I figure what I'm gonna do here for these R&D sessions, we're gonna trade the New York London crossover, and then just kind of call it a day as is. I mean, we've got this one on the books, and we're just gonna hold it. The ES call. I mean, we moved it out. It's doing what it's doing. Let's add another 10 onto you. You seem to be picking back up again. I'm not going to reverse the trade or like cancel things out. Let's add another 10 onto you. Wow, Apple didn't take my buy and it just went up. A couple more pennies. This was not a good trading day. Like looking at the realized P&Ls, like lost so much money. We make anything on these stock trades? Microsoft. We made money on Microsoft. That was it. Bad Greg. Apple's going for a run. We're 30 long on Apple. We're also 30 long on Microsoft. Microsoft's starting to stall a bit. Do I want to hold on to it? Okay, you're starting to pick up. Let's see if you hold it. Nvidia, I am 10 long. I don't want to be 10 long right now. Google, where we sold the bottom. Great work. Meta, we are 30 long Meta. Let's take 10 off. Tesla. We're overexposed on Tesla. Microsoft, where are we? Microsoft's 30 long. Apple's 30 long. Tesla, 10 long. Tesla's okay. Meta's 20 long. We'll let you cook. Amazon, 20 long. Let's add 10 to you. Nvidia, let's reverse. Microsoft, 30 long. Google is just eating us alive. That is still pushing through. Do I want to jump back on? No. You know? Let's actually take 10 off. Amazon, let's take 10 off. Microsoft, how are we? Let's take 10 off on you. take 10 off on you too. Oh. I must have hit the negative 100. Did I fat finger? I did fat finger that. I fat fingered 100 instead of 10. Lord. Full 100. Messed up the roll date, fat fingered a whole 10x position size. A lot of execution errors today. A lot of execution errors. I think it's a systemic issue on this strategy here. Another good reason for it to be algo based. We'll let you cook for a bit. Alright, Google's our big position, followed by Meta. Apple. Apple's got a bed. Apple's running. Cancel. Close. Oh, Apple. Yeah, navigate away. Let's add another 10 onto you. How can we fix the execution? Trading less underlies, maybe? A little less frantic? Probably. Setting up the workload. So order entry is a little bit more streamlined, maybe. Okay, Amazon, there. Broadcom, we're gonna take a 10 on you. Apple's full on Apple. Amazon, we're gonna take another 10 onto you. I like the direction. Nvidia, we're gonna take 10 onto you. Nvidia, we're going to take another 10 onto you. Full exposure. We're like full exposure on everything. take some off the table. We'll see. We'll see how you go. Alright, where are we? Geo, let's watch you. Tesla, keep an eye on you. Well, I guess the 74.90 is paying off, even though we picked up more days than we wanted. What's this Bolton? Okay, things seem to feel like they're... Let's pull 10 off. Amazon. Google is still ripping. Let's add another 10 on to you. If you're still pushing your momentum up, why fight it? Microsoft though looks like you're stalling. Let's take a tenner off. Google. Yeah, let's take a tenner. Meta. Let's take another 10. Amazon. I want to take 10. Broadcom, I want to take 10. Tesla, I want to take 10. Where are we heavy? We're heavy on NVIDIA. NVIDIA's still running, that's good. Google, sell another 10. Microsoft, how are we on Microsoft? Or 20, let's add one to you. NVIDIA, we're still full in NVIDIA. That's all good. Meta. Let's reverse you. Same with Amazon. Actually, Let's just zero Amazon. Google. Let's sell the remaining 10 on Google. Let's flatten you out. Microsoft. Let's pull 10 off the table. Apple, we're already negative 10. Let's add to you. Tesla, we're on 20. I don't have that much confidence on that. I mean, I don't have confidence in the Broadcom rally. Meta didn't get filled. But it's moving, so Microsoft. Let's zero you. We're getting chopped on Apple. Okay, let's zero Broadcom because you look like you've topped. Meta is just running away with us. Let's zero Google. Okay, you know what? 8:30. Coming up to that. Let's. What do I want to do? We had to pull in. Do I want to? Let's zero the book. I'm starting to get tired. It's a lot of... It's a lot of brain power and stuff that goes on. I mean, when those folks talk about locking in, and I don't know, they're like sitting at the desk, sitting at the couch, poolside, I don't know, wherever they are, and they're stressing out like mad. That doesn't seem like locking in. I think what we just did, knocking out trades for like an hour and 45 minutes, is the definition of locking in. Did we actually come out with anything? Probably not. What is our... Oh, we lost like $875. How are the strangles operating for us? I mean, they're like just straight up insurance. I don't want to see you on the screen anymore. Let's check that August 11th. Maybe now I can... Nope. Let's adjust that a bit better. There we go. That's good enough. There we go. So that was what, 76.50? Gained 5 deltas? Well, it did, you know what, it did kind of do its job for us today. We are long it, let's sell it. That's what it was there for. It was there to absorb that gamma bounce that we had to use to roll, and so we executed it. This dude up there though, that is our tail insurance. That's the August 27th. $77.50, and it grew by 3 deltas. Okay. Interesting. Alright, how's the whole market? How was the whole thing? What happened to oil? Why is it? There we go. Oh, big oil sell-off. Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, this rebound drop. Equal weight came in a bit. Financials, yeah, that combination, moving out of the healthcare, moving into the rest of the stuff, industrial's just bouncing. That's what did us. Well, a lot of stuff did us. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Oh, the realize doesn't look so bad when we after we closed out that the gamma position. Yeah. Lost a good amount of money on Tesla, you know, made decent cash on Microsoft, made some money on Amazon, lost on a lot of others. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna pause the video now and then take a little break, personal break, and I'll run a little bit of like background homework, pull the trading blotter, do some spreadsheet work, and then resume the recording to round out the session. So stay tuned. All right, I am back. So just thinking about how the day went, the morning trading. Let's be a little reflective here. I made a lot of execution errors, way too many execution errors, and lost too much cash trying to hedge out or like directionally capture momentum flow and things of that nature. So for tomorrow, I'm gonna make some big structural changes. I did not like the way that Broadcom was trading, and Tesla wasn't too happy for me. Now I don't want to end up having a love-hate relationship with some tickers. I already have that with one ticker in particular, Intel. We've had a toxic relationship since like 1997 or something like that. So Intel's my siren song. I don't need to collect more of them. So yeah, I'm thinking of just cutting down 2 tickers, and the 2 that are on the chopping block for me is Broadcom and Tesla. Broadcom is the top of the chopping block because looking at how the strangle has deteriorated over the course of the day, we've picked up 3 deltas on it, and it's currently marked to market, being down $150, being down $1.50 on premium, and that is huge. Looking at it, relatively speaking, Microsoft is also down 110, but for some reason, the last 2 days, I've been trading Microsoft well. So today, the P&L, not counting commissions, was $81. It practically covers the cost of what the Microsoft strangle is currently marking down at. Let's just look at what the actual price on that strangle is. Okay, yeah. So we got in at 644, and we're gonna have to, because we're testing the strategy. We want to just take terrible fills and stuff. We're not trying to do things so fancy like. We're looking at 477, so that's $477 off of there. I think we can cover the cost of this insurance as is right now. I think we can cover it all right. You can see the 10 delta 30-day tail hedge came in. It's helping buffer the volatility that's pulled up and the upside gamma that we experienced. So you can see how that has hedged stuff out. When you look at the realized positions, this is in Canadian dollars, mind you. That's 654, so 64.9. I think it's 141. So it's 464 US that we're down. That's I don't like taking hits like that. That's way too much. I mean, let's just call it 465 divided by, that's 9.3 points. Like, we just chewed up our whole premium. Well, twice, like basically 2 days worth of premium capture from just poor trading, bad execution, like that fat finger on Meta where I sold 100 shares, or I tried to, can't remember if I sold or bought 100 shares, but it was 100 shares instead of 10. So there's that. There's also me, pure laziness. I have not fixed my order entry box. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that right now. Where is the... You know what? I'll do that later on my own time, not bother you with it. But you see there's some structural things. The other thing I realized is my concentration is spread too far out of this layout. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Amazon and Meta down to my my left monitor screen where ES and RSP are right now, and I'm gonna move ES and RSP over to the other monitor where VIX and VVIX are, and I'll move VIX and VVIX one column over, and then what's that gonna leave for the next column there? I have no idea. I think I'll just put something that's interesting for me for the day. I tend to do that, just free up space, or just fill space, because I don't know, like I've got nothing better to do, and I can't think of any kind of better thing to put in there at the moment, so that's what I'm gonna do. So you'll see those changes for tomorrow. I am going to close out all of these positions, and we'll take today's trading as a structural learning lesson, and we'll see how things go tomorrow, and then hopefully tomorrow too. I'm not trying to throw these strangles in, or use strangles at all, because I knew the strangle usage wasn't exactly what we were looking for. So I will do asymmetric calendarized strangles, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know, the words seem kind of goofy, whatever. I'm gonna put I'm gonna move the call closer in time here, into the weekly cycle rather than the monthly cycle, and I'm gonna keep the put side in the monthly cycle, because really structurally these things usually should, I mean, I didn't even look at the skew. I probably should have. We can keep that in mind for later. But that could be an optimization, looking at the skew. But theoretically, all these equities should be the same as the equity index, or similar, although I know that they're not always. They should be similar in having a put side skew, and usually having volatility expand as it moves down, usually, although that's not always the case. Especially looking at Nvidia. I mean, we literally bought volatility, and our strangle is printing, $8 in the green. Can we actually even close that out? Wow, yeah, we can, even on a paper trading terribleness. Well, paper trading terribleness, we can hit break even, it looks like. But that ain't bad. Kind of interesting how it works. But anyhow, doing this, getting a feel for how some of these correlations are working, in my mind, I like to be more hands-on rather than theoretical. I like to think theoretically, don't get me wrong, but I like to jump in and get my hands dirty a little bit before we, sit back again and try to dial things in theoretically, and then do a little bit more dirtiness, a little more hands-on work. And then maybe, late part of the game, we look to do some full-blown backtesting optimization, like, are these 10 delta strikes at the 30 DTE, is that the most optimal for what I'm trying to do? Should I try to pick up the 12 delta strike? I don't know. I don't know. Should I determine that strike distance based off of current IV in the chain, which is kind of what's happening anyways. But anyhow, I think you get what I mean. Like, should I base these strike placements off of skew or something? Is there something going on to dial in where I want these strikes to be? And you can either find that out through just tons of repetition and being, in the trenches, in the pits, working it out. Or you can cut down some time and run some back testing. At the moment, I do not have any subscriptions to backdated data to run through, like to use to build any kind of coding thing. I'm not a coder. I've got some buddies, some Eve buddies, who really love those things. And sometimes we talk shop. We all like to trade. But the growth of, or the development of AI has been amazing. I vibe coded an AI assistant for my private Discord channel. But I don't say I have a Discord channel to like try to sell it or invite you guys to it. The Discord channel is for myself and for my friends to talk shop on. And in doing that, I thought it would be nice to have an AI assistant that could manage our RSS feeds, where we could have data permanency in our conversations with the AI and how it's viewing our positions that we decide to enter into the data warehouse onto the server, whatever, like we can enter our positions on the Discord channel and it'll keep track of it for us, and then the AI can give some recommendations or some insights on maybe some geopolitical event that's happening over the weekend, or or right now in this environment, hey, Trump is having a speaking engagement, or he's doing a press conference or something like this, right? And that's happening today, and this is how it might be impacting your position, or this is the FOMC current expectations, and this is what the CME FedWatch tool is saying for interest rates, and this is what the current sentiment is looking like, and this is how it might impact your position today. Kind of we basically turned it into a trading desk analyst for us, and it's been really nice. And it took me about a week or so to vibe code that, and I think it was a week well spent. So that's really cool. And anyhow, if I was going to build a backtesting program, I would full on vibe code it. And I'm not looking to trust this thing 110%. I already know, am I looking at a 12 delta or a 10 delta out in 30 DTE, or should I look into like maybe 32 or 30 or 29 DTE or whatever, right? Like, I already have the general ballpark of where I want to get into. I just need the backtesting to tell me, am I getting the ball hit in the outfield or in the midfield or in the inner field? I don't know. I actually didn't play baseball, so I don't know why I'm not giving a baseball analogy. What would it be like? It'd be like golfing, I know that I'm, 150 yards off the green. I probably want to, the greens are a little hard today, so let's get some loft. But do I want to use an 8 iron? Do I want to use a 7 iron? Or do I want to just go full power on a 9 iron? I think on my iron I can hit 150 yards. I'm not a great golfer, but if any of you guys golf, I think you get the idea of what I'm trying to put across here. So anyhow, thank you very much for sticking around for this whole video. I'm going to make these changes for tomorrow, and we're gonna, keep this R&D session going all week, most likely, until I feel like there's been enough progress done that we can put it on the shelf for a little while until we can trade these single stock futures. But just so there's something, I mean, if on Wednesday I think that we have enough data, I'll probably do it on Thursday because I'll be bored on Thursday, and then I'll take Friday off. Something like that. Or, I might think, okay, there's some change that we can do, and I keep on making changes until Friday. I don't know. I don't have any plan on this. But anyhow, just giving you guys a heads up on how things might go. That's how it could go. Before we wrap it up, let's look at how the market's gone all today. Oil has sold off. It's off its lows on the day, but almost 4.5% down. That's a big hit. Gold's down a little over more than 1.25, basically at the lowest of the day. Treasuries are mid highs, up a quarter, but I mean treasuries don't move so much anyways. 10-year note. Technology, we're basically trading highs on the day, but we opened lower, so we're down 1.5 from yesterday. Financials, we're trading near the highs of the day, up about 1 1/10. Communications, we're just off highs, up 1 3/4. Healthcare, we're off our highs, but we're probably like 60% up on mid-range. We opened the massive gap up, so we're up 2.5% on the day. Industrials have had a wild day today. Look at that price movement, like that price action. They're just up, down, up, down, up, down. And it looks like they're gonna end. They're tracking coming close to the relative highs of the day, but it's still down about 3.5 tenths. It also opened down, so that's part of it. And then consumer discretionaries, the fund that I keep forgetting about, the sector ETF, although now it's probably going to be burnt into my brain, is trading up near the highs at almost 1 1/4. So that's all interesting to know. How did things work out on ES here? Well, I made that roll mistake, which was just not something that is full on acceptable in this kind of world, as far as I'm concerned. That is a major operational issue. Where did I want to put it at? Hard to know now because the things have moved. Let's just see where the current. So you can try to estimate. We were. Actually, no. Which ones were we? Okay, so that's a little bit too much spread movement. We probably would have just been able to roll up for current at the money pricing, and then maybe would have had to roll out again to where we're at. The fact that we've taken heat on our current roll really suggests that. Our entry is 24.45. Wait, why? Oh, yeah. Alright, 74.90. Where's 74.90? And we rolled basically 24.5. Where's 24.5? So basically down here. So that's what? That's 20 points. Because we're dealing in the, weeklies and the very front of the weekly cycle, a lot of this delta movement and relative deltas to the underlying strike or spot, if we see a 20-point strike spread, we can probably estimate that spot has moved against us somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 points. It's hard to know exactly, but rule of thumb, that's kind of close. Let's see when we actually made that roll. Then we can find out. It just gives you some decent grounding. So we got 6, 7. Okay, so we made that roll here. It's gone up 33. The roll there. Yeah, see? Where spot's currently 25 points, roughly about where we rolled at. And right now, it's about a 25 point or 20 point spread on what the relative premium would be. That is gamma, baby. Or well, no, gamma's ready to change the delta, but I don't know. That is something. That is some partial derivative that we're trading. I've said it a few times, and I'll say it again. I'm not a math PhD. I'm doing this stuff by vibes, by feels. Good enough is good enough 90% of the time, and 60% of the time, it works every time. So remember that. And play it as it lies. We're just filled with Will Ferrell quotes today. Alright. Have yourselves a wonderful Tuesday. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And happy trading. Goodbye.